want to get even. I want to let people know exactly how I feel in the deep of my heart. My back is bent and my face is ugly. Whenever I walk down the street, the mothers hide their children. The old men spit and the young boys and girls throw things at me. Even the Russian priest who raised me and taught me to speak could hardly look at me. And so, in 1881, I snuck away from the little village and made my way to Paris. There I thought the people are more free and I would go unnoticed. But it was not to be. There it was the same. And so one night while I was sitting in my little room, looking out the window across the Seine through the mist to the great cathedral, Notre Dame, I realized what I should do. So early the next morning, before the sun was up, I ran down the street to the little hotel where I was employed taking out the sewage and sweeping the walk. I worked quickly because I had to be gone by mid-morning. In my haste, I tipped over one of the chamber pots. The concierge, a large, red-faced man, kicked me and threatened to terminate my employment. And while I was on my hands and knees cleaning up, I thought to myself, today I will get even with you. Later, I was out in France sweeping the walk. Two lovely young ladies came down the street, dressed in bustles and accompanied by their young gentlemen friends. As they drew near, I quickly stepped aside and covered my face and thought to myself, today I will get even with you too. A carriage rolled by and splashed muddy water on me. And I shouted out, if you only knew what was in store for you. The chimes from the great cathedral rang out, and I knew I had not much time. I ran back to my little room, hardly hearing the curses of some people I bumped into along the way. I was singing to myself, you will see, you will see. In my room, I washed very carefully. Then I put on my best jacket to hide the holes in my shirt. Then I ran out, across the street, across the bridge, and out into the great square before the cathedral. It was teeming with people, all beautifully dressed and talking just the right tones of solemnity. I watched as they filed in the cathedral and thought to myself, very soon now, you will know how I feel. I ran down along the side of the cathedral under the great buttresses to the back, where there was a door for priests only. I went inside. It was very dark. I made my way up a circular staircase to the top, to a small balcony, where there was an organ. From here, I could look out over the whole congregation. The only sound was of their shuffling feet as they made their ways to their pews. Then it was silent. The priest stepped out. As one, the people dropped to their knees and bowed their heads, and I thought, now I will show you exactly how I feel in the deep of my heart. I sat down at the organ, my feet barely touching the pedals, and began to play. All the feelings that had been locked inside me for so long poured out of my hands and feet into the organ and out into the great cathedral. A shaft of sunlight shot through the great stained glass window like a rapier, flooding the floor with rainbows of colors. And as the ecstasy continued to flow out of me, the roof of the cathedral folded back to reveal the warm sun. And it shone down upon us, down into every crevice. One by one, the people rose off their knees to gaze into the light. Some of them held out their arms with joy. Others folded their hands in quiet prayer, and still others laughed as they had never laughed before. And as I continued to fill the air with music, the sky itself folded back to reveal the great white light of infinity. And it shone down upon us and filled us all with blinding ecstasy. Life has not been easy for me, nor has it changed. And to this day, no one knows who was playing the organ, but I do. And I will die content, knowing that for one great moment I let the people know